I'm gonna lick your face or something so when it comes on.
Okay, we're live.
Okay.
Okay, we're live, and you can tell already that this is going to be a fun live stream. So, hi everybody. My name is Jill Swing, and I am the president of South Carolina Compassionate Care Alliance. SC Compassionate Care Alliance is a patients' rights advocacy organization. We are made up of patients, parents with chronically ill children, and other advocates who support the use of cannabis for medical treatment. So I appreciate everybody joining me today on our YouTube channel for LIFEStream. For those of you who aren't familiar, LIFEStream, when we talk about medical cannabis, we talk about the way it affects people's lives. And so what we want to do with this show is give the opportunity to share a little bit of some stories and some information about how it affects our lives, as well as provide some education and opportunities for advocacy. So, and that's also what our organization is about. If you would like more information about SC Compassionate Care Alliance, I would encourage you, please go to our website, www.sccompassion.com. We also have a fundraiser drive this month. We are trying to reach our goal of $1,000 by the end of the month. That money all goes to mainly operating costs for our organizations. We've just created a beautiful trifold pamphlet that we will be handing out at our meetings around the state. We have an amazing web designer, social media director that we work with very closely. So that will go to cover some of his expenses, as well as events that we're doing around the state. So we really appreciate your support. We appreciate your strong advocacy around the state, and we also do appreciate your financial support. So anyway, I'm sure you all have noticed that sitting next to me on the sofa today, I have the amazing Beth Cook.
Thank you.
Beth is a Charleston native, and she is also a local businesswoman. Her shop, she'll tell you a little bit about it in a second, is one of my favorite places where I shop and buy all my steakhouse dresses. So I'm very appreciative to have Beth with me today. Beth,
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining me today. Tell everyone a little bit about you, your background. I know you grew up here in Charleston, but tell us a little bit about you and about your business and what you do.
I am a Charlestonian. I have a upscale resale consignment store that I've been in business for 11 years, right on Savannah Highway. I graduated from Middleton High School in 1980. I'm married a second time. I have 2 children, and I'm a very happy person.
You are a very happy person.
Okay.
So and a lot of fun. So so you've had this consignment store for about 12 years, and now you have gained a little bit of interest in medical cannabis and the medical cannabis industry. Tell us how you first became interested in medical cannabis.
Okay. In March of 2016, there was a marijuana conference in Orlando at the Marriott World Center. And I had a weekend, and I wanted to go see what the marijuana was all about, because I just didn't, I don't know, I've got that old version in my head of what old stoner, so I thought I was going to walk in and it was going to be like a Cheech and Chong kind of thing. And when I opened the doors and went in, I was so amazed. What a white collar. There were lawyers, there were senators, there were congressmen, there were mothers there that were protesting for help for their children for cannabis. Did you call it cannabis moms? Yes.
The Canna Moms.
Canna Moms. And I was just so impressed. And I learned through the seminars that weekend that I was there what a great deal the marijuana can do to help all kinds of different ailments. So I want to be involved in it because I really believe in what they were talking about.
So it wasn't just a trade show where they sold products they actually had like an educational panel.
It truly was. There was nothing for sale because I've been to Orlando and I've also last year went to Las Vegas. There is no marijuana. There's nothing there to get a buzz or high or anything. It truly is. It's an education seminar that they are educating the people, trying to make you more aware that marijuana is a very good thing and it helps a lot of ailments.
And I'm trying to think, when you went last spring?
I went last spring in March to Orlando.
Okay, so they had just passed their ballot initiative.
Yes.
The fall prior. So,
yes.
So that was a big opportunity for them to kind of get the word out and educate people.
Yes.
And, hey, this is coming to our state, and this is really what it's all about. And it's not just about, the hippie stoners of the 70s.
It isn't that at all.
This is a
isn't.
very professional industry. There's a lot of science behind it. And I know some of the seminars I've been to as well,
it's very, it's like I said, it's very white collar. I mean, it's very professional men and women. I mean, there's nobody there that walks around smoking a joint or anything. I mean, it is all there. They're educating you on the benefits of using marijuana for different ailments.
And did you find the same thing in Nevada, or how, since it's legal there, was that a different, and it's also West Coast, was it a different atmosphere, or was it?
Well, in the Las Vegas show that I did go to, it was at the Rio Hotel. There was over 20,000 people there from all over the country that have come. A lot of them were there from California because California was getting ready to elect to have recreational. So it was, but it was a great learning seminar. A lot of great things I've learned.
Okay, so so you went to this seminar, and then not too long ago, before the end of session, you came up to the State House.
I did.
And spent the day. And what was your impression of that? What did you do while you were up there? And tell us a little bit about that.
Well, what I did was I with your great knowledge and you showing me what to do, I went in and listened and watched as different parents. I went in with two ladies and their daughter, and they were talking with the legislator, trying to help get her to help to get it on the ballot so that their child would be able to use the medical marijuana that they've proven, because they went and they lived in Colorado and they saw that it did work. But because it is illegal here in South Carolina, they can't have it, and they don't want to, take a chance of getting busted.
Right.
But it was the best thing for their child. It worked. And I think, me being a mom, you'll do anything to make your children happy. Well, better if they're sick or they're ailing. And I was just so impressed with everything I saw there.
Yeah, and I had a similar experience too, because I took my daughter to Maine last summer.
Yes.
And we were treated, we added the THC directly to her daily regime, and under the doctor's recommendation with the dosing and all of that information. And it really does make a difference. Well, first of all, we were legal, so so there's that. But then also just having the doctor's support and guidance and observation, because while we were there, we did go back for follow-up, and
yes,
they were just amazed at the difference in her first visit, where she was having constant, flutter, drop seizures.
Yes.
And she had none. I mean, they just could not get over the difference in how she was doing just after a couple weeks of treatment.
And that's why I think I want to be involved, because I have seen the doctors and the different people in the medical field that you do take your child, or you do take your PTSD or whatever, and they give you they listen, they give you a prescription. You go to a dispensary and they tell you what you need for your ailment. It's not like going up to the corner and get a nickel bag from the dealer. I mean, it's nothing like that at all.
Hoping for the best. I mean,
yes.
I know that there are a lot of angels out there that help patients out.
Yes.
And I've talked to families who have, a family member with cancer.
Yes.
And word gets out, and then these little packages start showing up, which
yes,
is a beautiful thing in a way, but they don't know what they've got or what they're giving their family member. And I mean, that's scary.
But right, if you get the man on the corner with his little package, it is, you do not know what you're giving. But when you visit a dispensary, the bud tender, he or she does know, they are educated and they know what strain of marijuana that you need to heal your ailment that you might have. They're very knowledgeable. And also in a dispensary, the marijuana, there's everything listed on the side of that bag or that edible, whatever that is in that product, so you know exactly what you're giving to your loved one.
Okay, so it's just like the ingredients
Yes.
on, you know, any
cereal
food,
box,
right?
a cereal
any
box,
food item
yes,
that you buy now, so it has the ingredients, and probably at a minimum has a chemical profile that says how much THC, how much CBD,
yes,
etc. And so that was, you had the opportunity when you were in Las Vegas to visit a dispensary.
I visited a number of different dispensaries because I'm so intrigued by it, and I wanted to see how it was done. And I was so impressed because there is a knowledgeable person there that is trained in different strands of marijuana to tell you what you need for your child or whoever.
Just based on the condition and your symptoms, and what ratios, or maybe what, even down to a terpenoid profile that might be beneficial for a particular.
And not, you have to have, with the medical, you have to have a card. You can't just walk in. I did experience, I went to Las Vegas in August, and now that it was legalized July 1st, recreational, it is a little bit different. At the dispensaries, you can walk in, a recreational person, they look at your driver's license, but it's a whole different strain of marijuana that you get versus if you are a medical patient from a doctor with a card that says that you're a medical patient. There's two different kinds that they sell.
So one dispensary, does one dispensary sell both recreational and medicinal products?
Yes, they did. They had a line over here if you're recreational, and a line that the people with the from the doctor with the card that said they were a medical marijuana patient. That was your line, and they really still cater to that a lot. So
because they need more guidance.
They need, yes, they're not.
Whereas the recreational users might be more of a connoisseur, where they're looking for a particular, they're looking for a particular reaction that they're going to get from it. They want to take it for energy or for relaxation.
They want to take it for a buzz for Friday night.
Yeah, right, exactly. So
it's not the same at all.
I guess it's very different as opposed to wanting to use it for nausea or for epilepsy or for spasms due to MS or something. So
or anxiety or whatever your ailment might be. Yes, and I was anxious to see how that would be different, and it truly is, because the medical patient, it's used for, it's a medicine. It is a medicine.
Well, you hear people make that argument. Well, it's all medicinal. And I mean, I guess because my perspective is specifically medicine for my child, I don't buy into that belief as well. And so that kind of, when you're saying, oh, well, these people are recreational users and these people are medicinal users, it does kind of differentiate between the two.
Well, I even think in the dispensaries, you could tell the ones, the recreational people, they were different. They're how would I say, it's a whole different kind of person that's going in for the recreational. I mean, they're kind of like getting a little bottle of wine, and going out to have fun. They're getting a little bottle of wine to whatever the problem was that week. But the medical ones, I mean, and
did you see all kinds?
All kinds. Okay. Especially this second time in August when I went and I visited 3 different dispensaries. Yes, it was a lot different than it was in February. All kinds. The dispensaries, I guess it depends on where it is, location, and the staff. But one dispensary we went in, it was like being like at a little local bar where your local yokels go and just hang out. It wasn't that great. But then the ones that are really geared toward the medical marijuana, it was like being in a doctor's office.
Yeah,
fancy.
that's what I've heard. They're kind of like a high-end optometrist office.
That's it.
You know, where they're all the
yes.
display cases and things, but they're usually very clean.
It's
and
very clean. It's polished. Very professional. Very professional. And you before you can really go back and do anything, you kind of get you talk to someone in the front of the room, and they kind of screen you for what you might need.
Okay, so they counsel you.
Yes.
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 So, yeah, as a new patient.
Yes.
Yeah, I found that when I was in Maine, I did get the opportunity to visit a dispensary. I had Mary Louise with me, so they would not let me cross the threshold of the door.
Yes.
Like I was walking in, and they two people ran at me and stopped
because they have guards at the door, and yes.
And I was like, what?
Yeah.
I was there to meet the CEO of the company, and she knew I was coming, so I thought I could at least walk into the reception area, let them know that. And then they take me to like a back office or something. Well, I was not allowed to cross the threshold of that property. I was shocked.
Yeah, they have a guard at
so
every
we stood
one.
outside, and I mean that's state law. So I mean they have to abide by that. They can't risk, getting shut down or whatever because I'm, some mom from South Carolina.
You're not your mom trying to find a cure for your daughter. No, but they're very every dispensary that we visited, there is a guard. And he's at the door. I mean, he doesn't have a gun or nothing, but he's just standing there. And you have to be 21. You have to show your driver's license, and they put it in their computer, because there is only a certain amount that you can buy every day or every other week, and it all depends, I guess, upon your problem.
Yeah, that all makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, that is. I love just hearing about that, because obviously this is something that we don't have access to even close to us, here in South Carolina. I mean, I think Florida will get up and going pretty soon. I hear Maryland they're going to have some dispensaries opening up in one or two that are going to open up this fall, and then more will be online in the spring. But I've also heard, Maryland is one of the few states that didn't have a residency requirement, and that's evidently become an issue. And so they've actually put their non-resident applicants on hold.
Oh, I don't know that.
So that's something that they're hashing out. So we'll see what happens with that, because I think a lot of people, as soon as those applications came out, a lot of people from out of state, because there's no place else that's even close. Well, us Southeastern folks,
Well, I did see it in Las Vegas, because I like to watch and observe. There were people from every state. I mean, there weren't just Nevada. I was from South Carolina, and you have to show your license. I mean, it's very professional. There's nothing that's seedy or it's very professional. And
well, that's something we hope that we'll see here at some point.
I hope we do too, because it's such a proven asset. It's great stuff. It's good.
So tell me, what is your hope for the future? Obviously, I know we're working hard to bring this medicine to the state and this industry to the state. And so what? Do you see yourself somehow being involved in the industry, or you're just going to leave options open? Like,
what my hope when I think about it and being involved is, I hope that I can learn and I could be educated enough to be able to help, to be able to recommend what kind of strand or what kind of edible or whatever can help you, your child, to soothe their pain. I hope to be like a caregiver. Is that I would love to do that.
And your experience with your store that you have, certainly you have great merchandise and you have great clients, but you are very much a service oriented person and a caring person, and so you're kind of doing that now. It's just different. It's a different product.
I would be making them a lot happier. No.
I don't know. I'm pretty happy when I walk out of there with my gorgeous new shoes or dress or whatever. Actually, I think this can. Actually, now that I think about it.
But I meet a lot of women every day. Women that are a lot of anxiety. Women menopausal. I know those women well because I'm one of them. And there is and I just think that they could, that the medical marijuana, different strain, could help her overcome that anxiety that she's taking and having, instead of that, what do you call it? The antidepressant.
Yeah,
Yes.
some kind of pharmaceutical.
Yes,
something.
yes,
Mhm.
yes. And the medicine, the bud tender, the doctor will gear it towards what her problem is. It isn't this that he's going to give her a joint and say, here, or me going to give her a joint and say, go have fun. I mean, it really does help, and it eases the pain, and she'll still be able to function, and she'll be happy.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Well, so what do your friends say, or colleagues say, when you say, well, I'm going to go to a medical marijuana, I'm going to go to a marijuana expo, I'm going to go, you know, what kind of feedback do you get?
They think that I'm a stoner. They go, oh, why do you want to go there? Are you going to get high? Are you going to bring me back some samples? And
Yeah.
you know, what kind of, you know, and it's anything. The two conventions, the big ones I've been to, there's absolutely no marijuana. There's nothing there because there are policemen there.
But they have related products.
They
right?
have related products,
storage
but there's
containers.
Oh yeah, how to grow it, the
know.
soil, the lights, the
Okay.
packaging. There's lots of packaging people there, marketing people to do your labels. I mean, but there's no marijuana. There's no THC. There is some CBD oil. A lot of vendors with that, but there's no THC. And so I like to smile and think and giggle when people just think that it's going to be a stoner convention and we're all going to hit a bong or something. It's not like that. It's very professional.
So then when you come back and you tell people that, you know, does that kind of make them believers, or?
I think it does, because I truly believe in it, and so I'm able to, I hope, come across as that I am for a medical cause, not being a stoner, because I'm not that at all. You know, it's a whole different feeling and mindset, and what I've learned.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I so appreciate you joining me this afternoon. This was so much fun. I love just getting, catching up with you. And
thank you.
I'm sure that our viewers have enjoyed your information, your insight. Like I said, so many of us haven't had the opportunity to go to some of these trade shows. And
if you can, I mean, it really is a great learning experience, because you can learn any and everything you want to know about marijuana, and you will learn that it is a great medicine. It's not your drug dealer on the corner with his nickel bag. It's very professional. So I recommend it highly, and I can't wait to be more involved with you and your organization.
Well, I appreciate that. We certainly have enjoyed your support. So guys, be sure and subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you've watched this video today, give us a thumbs up. Yes. I know my son always tells me, make sure you ask for the thumbs up. Yeah. Give us a thumbs up.
All right.
And and subscribe, so you'll get notifications when we have other. We'll do another one next Wednesday, again at 12:30. Also, be sure and visit our website, www.sccompassion.com. This is a very, very important time of year for us in our advocacy work. During the off season, it's really when we are working hard at meeting with our legislators and getting them on board. Just a few quick announcements. We do have a meeting in our Greenwood area, or in Greenwood, South Carolina, with our Greenwood group. And that will be October 17th at Montague's Restaurant. There is an event that's been created, and it's also been posted on our website and our Facebook page, but that's Montague's in Greenwood, South Carolina, October 17th from 6 to 8 in the evening. We will have former U.S. Attorney Bill Nettles will be speaking, as well as Senator Danny Verdon, who is the chairman of the subcommittee for Senate Medical Affairs, where our bill is sitting right now. So if you guys have questions of him and where he feels that committee is going to go with the bill, there's your that will be a great opportunity. If you can make it to Greenwood, I encourage you to do so. We actually may have one or two other speakers. The Greenwood event is is really becoming a hot spot. And we've got, because Senator Verdon's going to be there, I think we've got a lot of people from his area that are going to be coming down, even though it's about an hour away. So if you're in Senator
where
Verdon's,
is Greenwood? I don't, is that okay? I know.
Yeah, no, it's west. It's northwest. So south. So I think it's maybe slightly west-southwest of Greenville.
Okay.
It's about an hour from Greenville.
All right.
So,
and do you have a lot of people? I mean, you got a big group there?
Yeah, we've got a really, really strong group of advocates there. Some amazing moms that have joined forces.
Yes.
And anyway, so we've got a really nice, strong group there. They've been meeting with their local legislators. So we're going to have several lawmakers there. So I would just encourage everybody. I'd like to see as many people attend that as possible, particularly if you're in Senator Danny Verdon's district. And I've also gotten word that Representative Mark Willis is going to be attending from Fountain Inn. So if you're from Fountain Inn, you know, I would encourage you also to be there and take the opportunity to speak to him. If you've got a personal story, this is a great opportunity. You know, we can't do an hour worth of personal stories, but it's a great opportunity for people to connect with their lawmakers.
Yes.
And, you know, maybe make appointments, you know, personal appointments later on. So that's going to be a great event. We also will have an event in Aiken on October 21st from 2 to 4. That location is Carolina, I think it's called Carolina Bay. And that event has just been created. So that is up on our Facebook page. It's not on our website yet. And we are working on speakers now for that one. So we'll keep you posted, but that should be a really good event. And then here in Charleston, also on October 21st, we will be doing the Greenway Walk for Awareness. So we will be walking a small portion of the West Ashley Greenway just to raise awareness and to do a little fundraising for our group. So
what day did you say that was?
That's also October 21st.
Okay.
So it'll
what
be
time of day? Yeah.
4 to 6 in the afternoon.
Okay.
So it's just going to be a fun little walk, just a little stroll, nothing rigorous, not a race. Not
just a participation.
Yeah, just a participation, and we'll have T-shirts for all the registrants, and we're going to do a little a participants package. They'll have like maybe some coupons and maybe something from Reinvented.
Yes, of course. Yes.
But you know, from some of the local restaurants, so that, you know, I mean, it just should be a fun event, and hopefully bring a lot of people. Is this
the first time you've ever done anything like that?
It is.
Yeah, so
it is. So it's a big, exciting thing for us. And it's pending the approval. I put my permit application in for the city on Monday, so it's pending their approval, which they're meeting this evening.
Oh gosh, well, good luck.
I feel like it's not a big event, and it's not a complicated event. So I feel like, you know, we shouldn't have any trouble, but, you know, if something weird happens, I'll let everybody know, and we'll go to plan B. But I think everybody puts that on their calendar now. That'll be great. So again, www.sccompassion.com is our website. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. And be sure and like us on Facebook, on LIFEStream, as well as SC Compassionate Care Alliance. And just keep up with what we're doing. We'll continue to have more speakers. I've got Rosemary Wallace on LIFEStream on Facebook on Friday at 12:30. And just keep up the good work, guys. I'm just getting so much great feedback right now from our advocates who have been meeting with their lawmakers, talking to their lawmakers. And of the Greenwood event also, we've got a couple of sheriffs that may be coming too. So you know, if we continue to do this outreach and we continue to work really hard throughout the fall, then I think when we get into session in Columbia in January, you know, hopefully we'll be able to get this bill pushed through this year. So we're excited. So
well, thank you so much for having me.
Thank you, Beth, for being here. I enjoyed having you. Always good to see you.
Nice to see you.
And thank you, everyone, for joining us this afternoon on LIFEStream. You guys have a great afternoon.
Goodbye.